Yeah. Please don't be dead, punk rock girl. Punk rock girl. Many promoters, you and the punk rock girl. What's up, guys? Chris with Chef Sports Cards here. We're doing 2020 Tops Update. Third hobby case break, number 12. 9:25 on the clock. We're starting at 9:30. So just hang out for a few and we'll get rolling. Thanks for joining us tonight. You and the punk rock girl. Ooh, wow. Ooh, like a head rush. Gary, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Just trying to find my headphones. I think my son stole them. Mike, how are you, buddy? Sorry, I was running around the house. Now I'm all out of breath. Yeah. All right, guys, what's going on? Christmas Chef Sports Cards here. We are doing 2020 Topps Update, third hobby case break, number 12. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We've been around for a few years. We break on Thursdays and Saturdays always, and then days in between, like today. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as we possibly can. These will probably go out either tomorrow night or Tuesday morning, one or the other, but they'll be out quickly. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We do a free break when we turn 1,000 subscribers, and it's very fat. So, and all you need, hit the subscribe button, your name will go in the random, you might get a spot in the break. Definitely worth doing for just hitting the button. The Eagles didn't lose. Yeah, they didn't. It was interesting. The kid's good. He's hurt. He can play. There's no doubt about it. I don't know what it means for the future quarterback position. He reminded me a lot of Donovan McNabb when Donovan McNabb was young. That's who I was thinking of when I was watching him. So anyway, all right, guys. So like I said, hit that subscribe if you can. All right, let's go over the teams and we'll get into it. Diamondbacks, Marcus T. Braves, Gary S. Orioles, Ryan C. Red Sox, Craig N. Cubs, Nicole P. White Sox, Eric G. Reds, Indians, Rockies, Ryan C. Royals, Ryan C. Astros, John B. Angels, Craig N. Dodgers, Machala J. Brewers, John T. Twins, Ryan C. Marlins, Machala J. Mets, Jonathan G. Yankees, Charles K. A's, Machala J. Phillies, Gary S. Pirates, Machala J. Cardinals, Ryan C. Padres, Craig N. Giants, Machala J. Mariners, Roger M. Rays, Gary S. Rangers, Charles K. Blue Jays, Craig N. And finally, Nationals, Chris M. They're aggressive but legal. That's right. I'm telling you, man. You have to make me like a small picture that says that I can put up here in the background. It's something cool, you know. All right, guys, let's get to it. See what we got tonight. So, last 4 boxes of this case. I'll be honest, we haven't anything like major jump out of this case. I'm hoping we'll find something tonight, you know, in these 4 boxes. I mean, it hasn't been bad, but nothing crazy. And we have gotten some crazy hits out of Update this year. So hopefully we find one in here tonight for you guys. So, or more than one would be even better. All right, we will do the silver packs at the end. See if we get a little bonus love. Even the silver packs, I think all we've gotten so far is like 1 green. So hopefully we'll find something tonight. All right, let's get to it. Good luck, everybody. 8 million base cards. Bichette, 35th rookie. Yeah, my wife's down there watching the game now. She was out earlier, so she's like yelling and screaming at a game that happened 4 hours ago. That she already knows that they won. So that's my wife. She is she is a fan through and through, that's for sure. What else out there in the football world today? Any other good games? I only saw the first half of the Eagles game. I barely saw the second half. So, and I mean, it was. I know they tried to come back some, but any other good games today that I missed? I love the Decade's Best Red Sox. I love the thing with on demand where you can watch the games in like 12 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I do that on like Tuesdays where I go through, like, especially if somebody says, oh, did you see blah, 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 and they just show like all all the good plays from the game. Like, all right, that works for me. Nico rookie. And to 199, Black Gio Urshela for the Yankees. This is the second Gio auto in this case. I think we've only had 2 autos in this case, and they've both been Gio. That's so weird. Charles K, nice one. I'm serious. I think wasn't on Thursday didn't we pull one of these? But it was base. 14 of 199 on the Gio. Not a bad auto to get. Luzardo rookie on the back. Nah, man, you surprised me, man. You surprised me. Whatever you want to do. Jordan rookie. It's so weird because last case we had in that last break, Kyle Lewis rookie. They had 2 Ryan McBroom autos. Like, out of 3 boxes, 2 of the hits were Ryan McBroom autos. Nonsense is that? You know, tops in their collation. But hopefully we'll have some other autos in here too. And for the Brewers to 69, Britt Anderson. Black one for the Brew Crew for John T. Nice one there, bud. 7 of 69. There we go. Ethan Small, number 1. Need to find another one of those acetates we found like a couple weeks ago. Man, those things were awesome. Stockus. Trent Grisham rookie. Robert, 35th rookie. There's some nice short prints. We had that super short print of Juan Soto, right? That was a good one. And some more super short prints. Trent Grisham rookie. We did something where you could record it. Yeah, I've kind of seen that Devin Williams rookie. I love those shows that they have that on now. Oh, wow, for the Yanks. It's like gold, 20 years of Captain Jeets to 50. Number 34 of 50. You see it down there. Yep, there it is. 34 of 50. Yanks having a good start. For Charles K. Here you go, buddy. I love it when you record a show and they have the like fast forward thing in it, like the little space where you just hit fast forward and it automatically stops when the show restarts again. Like, oh, that's one of the best things ever invented. Like, my wife is horrible about that for years. Like, if we were watching something, she'd always give me the remote because she'd always go past, you know? Like, and I would always say, there's always like a commercial for the channel or whatever on before the show starts again, but Tom Seaver Decade's best. Yeah, I don't know if it's NFL Network or Red Zone who does that or whatever, but they like compress the game into 13 minutes or whatever. They just show you all the highlights and, you know, touchdowns, injuries, key plays, you know, stuff like that. Brendan McKay rookie. Mookie on the back. Johnny, what's up, buddy? Yeah, that's NFC Championship game. I went to many NFC Championship games back in the day, except the year they actually won the Super Bowl. I went to every one when they lost continuously. The last one at the Vet, oh, that was so brutal. I was in St. Louis, went against the Rams, and what was that, 2000, 2001, whatever that was. It was a long time ago. So I could have been the direct reason they didn't go to, you know, Super Bowl for all those years. Nate Pearson, number 1 prospect. John, did you see that black that you got? The Brett Anderson? I don't know if you just came in, but to 69. 7 of 69. Yeah, that last one at the vet against Tampa, oh, that was the most brutal game ever, going to that thing. Everything about that day was brutal. Getting in the stadium was impossible. It was, still see Joe Juravicius, visions of him in my head all these years later. Tim LaCastro, rainbow for the D-backs. Gavin Lux, rookie. There was no notification when I went live? Really? That's odd. Huh. All right, I'll double check it. I mean, I had it preloaded and everything. It's strange. David Wright, 35th. Oh boy, YouTube's falling down on the job, man. Boba rookie. That's all right. Everybody's trying to screw you up these days. This nonsense with the post office is so bad. And I ordered a bunch of draft from a guy online. And I'm so worried it's not going to get here in time because the post office is so bad. And the guy's like one state over, and I'm worried about not getting here in like a week. It's so crazy. Whitey Ford, Decade's Best. I mean, I'm still waiting on Platinum from like 3 weeks ago to come from Illinois. It's just insanity how bad it is. We were supposed to do that break last Sunday. Devin Williams, rookie. I had to cancel it. We were supposed to do it again this Sunday. I had to cancel it again. Brendan Davis, #1 prospect. And Grisham, rookie. And Devin Williams. Really? Huh. It's weird. Alright, I'll double check it. Sometimes I screw around on there. Maybe I hit something and turn something off or whatever. I'm one of those guys who doesn't like read any instructions. I just kind of push buttons and figure it out as I go. Rosarina. It's been a big issue in my life. Griffey. Maybe I turned something off. I'll double check it later. Rosarina, rookie. Find a nice color to Rosarina. That would be good. Yeah, so as long as everything comes in okay, we got Bowman draft next week. Clayton Kershaw, rainbow. Some Bowman Chrome Megas, some Platinum Megas, some UK, and some Optic, all next week. Especially since Elite Extra got pushed back. We're supposed to be doing Elite Extra edition next weekend, but it's not going to be until January now. Sucks. Griffey, 35th. And then the week after that is Bowman's Best. Very, very popular favorite of everybody's. Oh. USPS, the post office, not UPS. I wish it was UPS. I'd be okay there. UPS, I send stuff UPS. In fact, I'm trying to negotiate a deal with them right now, with either FedEx or I have meetings with both of them set up for right after the first of the year to go to using them for shipping. Steve Wilkerson to 2020. 451 of 2020. Like I want to go. Like I was thinking of trying to switch everything to FedEx Smart Post, and I'm trying to get a a deal set up where we go to free shipping too. Don't quote me on that yet, but it's all in conjunction with trying to get the website going too. So, but hopefully we can figure that out, and that way not only will the shipping be better for you guys, it'll be free shipping, but it'll also be more reliable than the post office, which is, at this rate going to give me a heart attack. Like, I told you guys this before. It used to be every once in a while you had a problem with a package from the post office. Now it's like every week. It's nonstop. You press X all the way through. Yeah, I've been shipping some stuff UPS lately, and they're like always early. Kenzie Gore. So is FedEx, but the post office is a mess. And the funny part, so I literally myself am waiting on six packages to come in that are more, all of them are more than 10 days old. And all of them, basically all of them are cards, except one is a Christmas present for my wife. So I filed, they have this thing where you can go to, where's my package? And you file a claim, right? And you basically say like, hey, can you research this and find out what's going on with my package? Because if you look at tracking, it's been sitting in Philadelphia for 5 days or doing this or doing that or whatever. So I do it. The woman calls, leaves a message on my phone. She basically just reads the tracking off to me that I can already see on the computer. And says, oh, yeah, it'll be there. I'm like, what? And then she goes, well, we're only running at 30%. Cunha rookie. And so they sent me a thing in the email to like, like a survey to say how my experience was. And of course I blasted them in the survey. And I said, well, if you guys are only running at 30%, why am I not paying 70% less for my shipping? Like nobody's giving me a break. I mean, at least tell me it's going to take 10 days to get there and charge me half the amount, but that's crazy. Rainbow, Jared Walsh for the Angels. Craig N. It's just, I mean, things were already bad before the election, but the holidays just making it so much worse. Yeah, I get a huge discount with the post office too. I mean, to be honest with you, it's not really that big a money issue as it is just being reliable. Alonzo 35th. I mean, they're all too expensive, but um, I can get them all. I ship like 500 to 700 packages a month, so I get pretty good rates across the board. But it's just the reliability that's the issue, and I hate it. Like, because here's the thing, Alvarez rookie. I've done my job at that point. You guys bought into the break. I opened them. I did what I was supposed to do. I shipped them right away. This, that, whatever. And now it's like I put my business in somebody else's hands. And I mean, that's the unfortunate of doing business by mail. But like, then people call me up and they're like, I haven't received my package. And you're like, can you bear with me? I can try and find it. Because it's like, what do you do with it? I'm going to have to refund them eventually. Decade's best, Sandy Koufax, and if it never comes, I understand that. But usually a lot of the times, like even when I do the refund, then it shows up like 3 days later. It's like, ugh. It just sucks. I just wish it was more reliable these days. Plus, I don't want you guys waiting for anything. I kill myself to get these cards out as quickly as possible. Luis Garcia, #1 prospect. Like, there's a lot of times I stay up all night after breaks, sorting and packing and shipping just so I can get them out the next day, and then have the post office sit on them for 5 days. Yeah, that's the thing though. They don't get paid terribly at the post office. Mike Schmidt. In fact, when we were talking to Alex last night, that was one of the places I was going to suggest. You should go and try to work the post office. Devin Williams, rookie. But And don't get me wrong, the guys who it's happened to, most everybody has been very, very nice about it. There's been a few guys who have been, you know, hard asses, but it's okay. I get it. I'd be pissed too. CJ Crow and Rainbow. The funny part is nowadays, especially since I started breaking a few years ago. I mean, I still buy into breaks, but I don't buy near what I used to because I'm busy with this. And it's funny, over the summer, one day I got a package in and I was like, I don't think these are my cards. And I realized that it was like 3 months old, the package. It took like 3 months to get to me. I had forgotten all about it. Baez 35th. Yeah, I hope so too. He was pretty bummed, man. It's a tough age. I mean, he's a really nice kid. I mean, he's been on here for so long, and Trent Grisham rookie. But I think he sounds a little lost to me. That's the best way I can kind of say it. Here's a Matt Olson and Chapman High 10 Gold. It's a cool looking card for the A's. 1184 2020 for Machella J. Yeah, he's a very nice kid. He just, like I said, sounds like he's a little bit lost these days. So hopefully we gave him some decent advice last night. We'll see. Yeah, he seemed upset about that. That's why I was like, dude, you know how you get out of having your parents' night screaming and yelling? You get out of the house, get away from. I couldn't get away from my parents quick enough. I was out of the house by I was like 17 or something like that. I'd have been panhandling on the streets to get out of my house when I was a kid. And my parents weren't that bad. I mean, they were dicks to me, but everybody's parents were back then. But like they weren't, killing each other or anything. So I think there's a very different. Well, I mean, we're all. I guess many of us are experiencing it as parents. Tyler Stephen, number one prospect. There's a very different feeling to kids getting older now as opposed, like, when I was a kid, my mother made it very clear that when I was 18 years old, I was on my own. And she made that very clear from the time I was about 5 years old. Like, she didn't care what I did, like, go to college, don't go to college, do this, do that. But when you're 18, you will no longer live under my roof. I'm done taking care of you. And now I don't think kids are. I mean, I'm not that way with my son, but I don't think any kids are treated that way. In fact, I think most of them are told, like, oh, just stay here, for as long as you want. But I think it did me good when I was a kid because I don't know, I didn't expect much from my parents as I got older. Mookie Betts All Star on the back. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, here's a better one. And John and I are much closer in age. The best is when I was a kid, like, you'd go to like your parents' friend's house, a Rosarena rookie. And if you got out of hand, like your parents' friends would hit you. Like, I mean, my mother beat me to within an inch of my life most of the time when I was a kid. I mean, if she did that now, it would definitely be considered abuse, what she did to me in the 70s. But like, my mother's best friends used to smack the hell out of me if I got out of line. Like, can you imagine that happening now? Like, I saw an episode of, for Kansas City, Major League Material Solar to 50, gold to 50, 14 of 50 for Kansas City. Ryan C., there you go, buddy. There was an episode of Mad Men. I don't know if any of you guys ever watched Mad Men. It was such a great show. And, Mad Men took place in like the late 50s through the 60s and into the 70s. And they were having a party at their house. And the kid, like, ran along and, like, bumped into a table and knocked over a glass and broke it. And, like, the nearest father just grabbed him and smacked the hell out of him. And, like, just wound off and, like, Nico Rookie really belted the kid, right? And the kid's father comes up and says, "Did you apologize to Mr. Whatever?" And I was like, "Oh, I had that happen to me a lot of times." It's like, can you imagine now if somebody like hauled off and hit your kid? Like, you'd have him arrested, you'd kill him. Yeah, yeah. I'm 47, man. Like, if you've never gotten to see that scene from Mad Men, it is like chilling to most people, but I get it exactly. It happened to me more times than I could count. For the Sox, Edwin Encarnacion Black to 69. 66 of 69. My mother's best friend was this woman named Miss O'Callahan. And Miss O'Callahan was from Ireland. And I distinctly remember more than a few times being in the back of her car with her son, who was my age too, and us, screwing around, being kids, doing whatever, and her just leaning over over the back of the seat, and smacking the hell out of us. Yeah, it was definitely a different time back then. There's no doubt about it. Honestly, man, I couldn't go into a supermarket with my mother without catching a beating for something. I mean, she was a violent woman. She really was. uh, Thurman Munson, 35th. But my mother was the youngest of 13 kids. Her parents were from Ireland. Like, that's how she was. They ruled by the fist, basically. And man, you would just be like, "Mom, can I get this?" "No, shut up." Okay. Uh, and now, like I said, if you tried to do that, forget about it. You'd be in prison. People would step in on your behalf in the middle of the supermarket. There's a black decade's best Joey Votto for the Reds, numbered 149 of 299. Mom pulled a knife on my dad. My mother pulled a knife on me when I was a kid, when I was like 13, telling me, "I brought you into this world, I'll take you out." Some of that nonsense. No, my worst ever, one time, and it makes my mother sound horrible. And I mean, look, I turned out fine, I mean, and most people my age have the same stories just like I have. It was just our parents' generations were brought up with the fit, with the spanking and the slapping and this and that, and that's what they did to us, and I think lucky enough, a lot of us realized that it didn't really do much. You know what I mean? And that's why we don't really do it to our kids. Not just the worry of what people are going to say or this or that, but I'll be honest, my son's never done anything that I've thought like, I need to haul off and hit this kid. That's not saying I wouldn't if I didn't think so. There's a Mark McGuire rainbow. It's not like somewhere in the back of my mind, oh, you'll never, you know, I've just never had a reason to. I've never thought my son did anything severe enough to warrant me spanking him or punching him in the face or doing whatever. But, in my mom's world, if you picked up the wrong cereal, that was worth a left hook, Bochette rookie. Yeah, lots of color tonight. Well, I think those first two boxes, or those first two breaks, we didn't really get a ton out of Gavin Lux rookie, so hopefully it'll keep coming. There was one time when I was 8 years old, and I actually had a teacher come and ask me if I was okay at school. I was playing with matches in the basement, and we had a finished basement in our house, and I was basically taking, how like you have like a regular kind of book of matches, and like you kind of strike them and throw them. And I was doing that, Pashi, number one prospect for the Braves, and my mother came down and found me, and she she dragged me up 2 flights of steps by my hair while beating me with an extension cord that she ripped out of the wall. And I had like whip marks across my face from the extension cord. And I went to school the next day, and this one teacher came up to me and she was like, "Are you okay? Do we need to call someone?" I think it was in like fourth grade or something like that. I was like, "No, I'm fine." Like, just another Tuesday at my house. But oddly enough, my father was never like that. My father never raised his hand to either me or my sisters or brothers or anyone. It's just my mother, man. She was the long arm of the law in my house, that's for sure. All right, cool. That would be awesome, Mike. I will do that tonight. Thank you. All right, box number 3. Here we go. You're done, rookie. I'm telling stories of my brutal childhood. It's always fun to get in those conversations that people like who are the same age, like they start telling me about like what their parents did. Like one guy was telling me his mom used to take off her shoe and beat him with the shoe. I forget who that was. Somebody in the kitchen was telling me that one day. Because my mother's big weapon was the wooden kitchen spoon. She would beat you with it till it broke. So me and my brothers and sisters, we got smart as we got older. You knew, like, you put your your arm out so it hit you like in your forearm because it would break a lot easier. And the beating was done once it broke. Whether it took one hit or 100 hits, that's when the beating stopped. So it's amazing I can look back and laugh on it, but it is kind of amusing now. Decade's best Red Sox. Sorry, like I said, I'm boring you with my childhood beatings. Hit here. And for the Cubs, Chris Bryant, Major League Material, not numbered. Nicole P. Well, and you do wonder, and again, I'm not advocating anything. As Mike and I came up with last night, aggressive but legal being our new our new saying. You do look at the younger people nowadays, and they're, again, I'm trying to be politically correct here. Lack of responsibility and motivation, let's call it that. And you do kind of wonder if some of it doesn't fall from the lack of discipline. Now, I am certainly not saying anybody should be disciplined to the level that I was. And like I said, I've been lucky. I haven't had reason to, you know, impose that kind of discipline on my own child. But it does make you wonder a little bit. Yaro Diaz through 2020. 7/19 of 2020. Oh, put it upside down. Looking at the chat, not paying attention to the card. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%. And that's what I'm saying. By you look at the generations below us now, and the kids living at home at 25 years old and not having a job or doing this or doing that. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm not saying it's as simple as raising a hand to someone, but I'm saying that I definitely think. Again, I'm trying to be like PG-ish about it. I could get rated R and make it real easy, but I mean, they're given things too easily. They just are. Like me saying earlier, my mother, she, like I said, made it extremely clear that we were out of the house at 18 years old, no matter the situation. So Eric Davis to 2020, 733 of 2020, and from a young age, like she would even say, like, I don't care if you go to college down the street, then go live at college. Like she was just done at that point. Ryan C. But and I knew that as I was getting older, like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to take care of myself somehow. But nowadays, I don't think that's put to people, put the kids that way. So they just kind of take the free ride as long as they can, and then there's a lack of responsibility and decade's best Chipper Jones. Anyway, I am not the first person to say this. That's for sure. Many people tend to feel this way. A Rosarina rookie. Yeah, I know you get it. I think anyone in our age group would understands exactly what I'm saying, you know. But what are you gonna do? It didn't do me harm. It gave me some stories, and yes, my mother was a bit of a psychopath. I agree with that, and she still is. But I don't think, and as with most people tell you, I don't think it harmed me, you know. But it certainly woke me up to a lot of things. That's for sure. Some of it was could have, some of it was extreme. There's no doubt about it. But I learned that was the biggest key. I learned, you know, I didn't do that again. Play with matches or do whatever else I was doing. I can tell you that. Wander Franco, number one prospect. Put old Wander in a sleeve and top loader there. Yeah, you have a point, Mike. You absolutely have a point there. I believe me, I've had that conversation with my son a few times. I'm your dad, I'm not your buddy. You know, we can get along just fine, but when I say do it, do it. A numbers game, Piazza. Kyle Lewis, rookie. Look, if there's one thing you leave behind in the world, it's your children. You know, they are a direct reflection upon you. You know, and anybody who says they're not, like, you know, like when you get these kids are like shooting places up and whatever, and it's like Rich Hill rainbow foil. Look, I know there's a lot to that, but I'm sorry, the parents should be held in some sort of responsibility there, you know, um, because you need to know your kid, you know, and if he's a wackadoo, you need to know that, you know. Trent Grisham rookie, Frank Robinson 35th. And like Mike said, everybody wants to be friends and don't want to discipline their kids, but it's like then they do something stupid, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh no, my kid would never do that. Yep, all right. Gavin Lux rookie. It's funny. My sister did this project with my parent, well, with my father and my stepmother, and she's been working on it for a while, for a couple of years now. It's a company who does it. I don't know who they are or what the name of it is or whatever, but it's like these questionnaires that you fill out, right? And they're very detailed, and they start from as simple as, okay, where'd you grow up? What'd you do? Blah 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 blah. It tells about your childhood. And they come for like a year or so, and then they take all the information and they turn it into a book. And I mean, like a real book. So Tyler Stevens, number one prospect. I just got them for both my father and my stepmother, and I mean, they're both like 300-400 page books, and basically they just kind of told their life story over a year or so. They submitted it to this company, and it's very very cool. But the nice thing about it is, like, my sister did it as a present for them, and it documents their history. Decade's best, Freddie Freeman, and look, it'll be around forever. My great grandchildren want to know about their great grandfather. Everything's right there, from stories from when he was a kid to what his parents were like to this to that. It was really, really neat. Nico rookie, and I learned a ton about my parents that I never knew. Aquino rookie, and I'm pretty close to my father. I thought I knew a lot, but I didn't know anything. Santana rainbow for the Indians. But if you're ever looking for a cool gift, I think you have to have some willing participants, of course, to do it. Your parents or grandparents or whoever does it has to be down with it too. But it is very cool. uh, Dave Winfield, 35th. It's amazing nowadays, like the history that you can, how easily it is to put things, whether it's just go on YouTube and make a recording and put it on there, it can sit on there forever, that your generations of your own family can see. Here is a Javi Baez blue 35th for the Cubs. Not numbered, but a parallel nonetheless. All right, couple packs left in box 3. Yeah, I don't know. It's I wonder what fixes things though. I don't know. I mean, believe me, I don't want to get into a political discussion because I'm not the person to have an opinion on either side, to be honest with you. I mean, I am unfortunately a man in the middle when it comes to politics. I agree with some of what one guy says and I agree with some of what another guy says. So I guess I'm a, a fence sitter, which is not necessarily a good thing. Colton Welker, but you always kind of wonder if it just keeps going on this way or if some person comes along and kind of, has the personality, the whatever to fix things. I don't know. But, if you go back and read history, a lot of them had the same exact complaints we have now, just in a different time. If life could just be as easy as card breaks, opening cards and finding good stuff. Yes, that's the thing, is just knowing right from wrong. You're absolutely right. That is the thing. And our generation, I think, is the last generation who truly understands right from wrong. Bellinger 35th, because it's just not being taught to the other generations. Look, there are monsters in the world. I get it. There are people who are just plain downright evil guys, They're born that way. They have no conscience whatsoever, whether they're killers or rapists or just horrible people, right? And I suppose it's a product of life. I was watching this thing yesterday on YouTube, one of these court things, and this guy was being sentenced to murdering his sister and his mother. And he was like 18 years old. And he was just like, it ain't no thing. Like, he just acted like, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't, like, you murdered your mother and your sister. Like, okay, that's extreme. I get it. And understanding right from wrong. But, like, you could just tell he was just like, whatever. Just watching this thing like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. Bichette rookie. It's just a matter of if you have a conscience or not, I guess. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who don't, But I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who don't have much of a conscience, but don't do horrible things either, I always kind of think back to my grandfather's generation, the World War II generation, what they would think of all this, I don't think they'd be too happy with any of it. And for the Diamondbacks, Paul Goldschmidt, 2017 MLB All-Star Relic. Marcus T, there you go, buddy. A sneaky Diamondbacks hit. We need some short prints. We've had very few short prints in this case. Ryan Howard, 35th. Devin Williams, rookie. And Kyle Gibson, gold to 2020 for Texas. Charles K. 257 of 2020. So anybody pull any big hits out of draft this weekend, or you guys opening any draft? I always love to hear about big draft hits. Any oranges, golds out there? Something you can pay the mortgage with? You know, pick up an orange Torkelson and sell it for 20 grand or whatever they are. I bought into some breaks and really didn't get much of anything. Rosarena rookie. Eduardo Nunez for the Mets. 756 of 2020. Jonathan G. Here you go, bud. That's the beauty of draft. You don't need it to really even be a big name. As long as it's like orange, you'll, make your money back and then some. There's always someone out there willing to buy an orange first auto for at least a few $100. In the hopes that guy becomes a superstar one day, I guess. Clemens, decade's best. Oh yeah, a lot of guys do that. You know what? So usually, many of the guys ship the hits. They'll ship the chrome, and they'll ship obviously the refractors and colored and stuff. They will ship the chrome. If you're not getting shipped chrome, then you have to really say something to them. Eric Davis, Rainbow Home Run Derby. Yes, what many of them do, which I absolutely flabbergasts me, and I talked about this maybe a month ago. So they will sell a case of draft. You will buy your team, whatever team that may be, Nico Rookie. They will only ship chromes, colors, and hits, and then they will resell the paper to other people. Lizardo, 35th rookie. Like, I am blown away by that. So you pay $450 for Detroit, right? I think that's about what I saw some of the big guys selling Detroit for in a jumbo case. You get your Torkelsons and whoever else. And usually I shouldn't even say that. Usually they'll send you your paper like Torkelsons or Herstats or whatever, the big guys. Some of them won't. And then they turn around and they sell boxes of unsearched paper. Bobby Dahlbeck, number one prospect, for like $50 for like a 2,000 count box. And I think to myself, like, people already bought those teams. Those are their cards. But that's what you agree to when you're buying it, I guess. That's one of the big things that when I started breaking was like one of the number one things that I ship all cards from everything. Because there were times even with some of the big breakers that I've been involved with since, like 2012, where like you'd have a break and get, the Angels, and you'd only get the hits. And I'd be like, well, where are the Trout base cards? Oh, we don't ship base. Well, okay. But this is Trout. Nothing of his is base, Brock Holt, Rainbow. Like that's, like in my estimation, there is no base when it comes to Trout. Everything has some value to it, so it should be, it should be shipped. Oh, no, we don't ship that. Oh, what do you do with it? Oh, we just give them away. I've heard that one too. Oh, we give them away to local hospitals. Really? Then why are they on your site for sale? Dwight Gooden, 35th. Kyle Lewis, rookie. That's why I was just figured it was easier, just even though it can be a pain, like with a product like this, because there's so many cards. Like, you bought the Mets, you should get every single Mets card in here. And if you don't want them, throw them away. That's fine, but they're not mine. You paid for the team, do too. Yeah, look, there's a lot of things you can do with them. And to be honest with you, base is not as unvaluable as it used to be now. Decades best. Go online and really do some research. There are a few very, very major companies out there making a lot of money selling base cards. You know, like, yes, there maybe 5 years ago and before that, base really had no value. But if you can sell base cards for 60 cents to $1 a piece and sell thousands of them, you can make a living doing that. And there's people out there doing it, you know. Rosarena rookie, Jimenez prospect, Lux rookie. Yeah, I just kind of feel the same way. If you're buying a team, you should get your cards. That's all there is to it. Yeah, sure, of course. That's how you build your team sets. I gotta be honest, I don't want them anyway. You know, I got enough cards around here of my own. I certainly don't want to have to, you know, if you took a product like this, like we're doing right here, and if I shipped the hits, the rookies, the inserts, you know, the parallels, the this, the whatever, I'd still have 1,500 cards here that I would have to be like, okay, so what am I going to do with these? You know, and now again, I suppose if I were into that or had the time to do it, Greg Holland Rainbow, I could post them and make something off of them, but no, I don't want them either. And when they resell them, I think that's the thing that really gets me. Like, it's somebody already paid for those cards once, now you're selling them again, but Lou Brock 35th. That's what people agreed to. So it's not, I guess it's not, you know, it's not the breaker's fault. That's what they laid out, and that's what people agreed to. Because there are a lot of guys I know who do buy those bulk boxes, make sets, and sell them, and make good money doing that. You know, Jordan rookie. You know, if you get a bulk box of 5,000 cards. Ooh, there we go. Javi Baez, a short print. He's looking tough there, man, with the tats and everything. Jeez. Who knew Javi was so tough? Yeah, base short print. Nicole P. Nice one there. Wow, who knew? I didn't know Javi was all tatted up and looking like a motorcycle guy. Absolute football players? I can look. I'm sure I can. I'm sure I can. This has just been so crazy lately on football, on everything. I mean, it's just again, you know, the funny thing is with football, I don't do it a lot, so I get worried that I won't get bids like I will on baseball. You know, but yeah, I'll see if I can find some. I'll look. I'll look tomorrow. Did we do Absolute Blasters early in the year? No, no, no. We did Prestige and Mosaic, right? Absolute. I'll look around for them. All right, last regular pack. Clark Schmidt, #1. All right, let's get into these juicy silver packs. See if we can't find something in here. Good luck, everybody. All right, Goslin rookie. Here's a Robert rookie. Acuna and Brousseau rookie. Looks like we got a black, maybe. All right, Demery, Rivera, Bobichette rookie, and Jonathan Daza rookie black for Ryan C. Numbered 162 of 199. Tough one to see, but it's up there. All right, 2 more to go. Ooh, little gold action coming. Good luck, everybody. Contreras, Demerit, Rivera, and ooh, for the Padres. Craig N. Nice Tatis. 35th gold, numbered 26 of 50. Very nice. I love gold. Nice Tatis. All right, last packet of break. Let's see, I should have flipped them around there. Could have ended with a gold. That would have been good. Okay, Shogo rookie. Murphy, Stalmont, and Mookie Betts. All right, guys, give me a minute and do a quick hit recap. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. This is the only break we're doing tonight, so this is the end of our week, quote unquote. We'll be back on Thursday, which I'm still trying to figure out, to be honest with you. We definitely have some UK on Thursday. I'm hoping we have some Chrome Megas and some Platinum Megas, if I can finally get the stuff in the mail. And then on Saturday, we are doing draft and optic on Saturday. So I don't know if we're going to have Sunday breaks next week or not. It might only be the 2 days, but we'll see. So, but plenty of good stuff coming up this week. So if you can join us, we'd love to have you. Rook. Number hit. Number. Alrighty. Anyway, guys, like I was saying, so if you can join us, that would be later in the week. That'd be fantastic. Otherwise, stay safe, stay healthy out there. I'm just pulling out these couple rooks. This guy. All right, we are doing a hit recap for 2020 Topps Update. Third hobby case break number 12. Yay, finally like the end of update. All right, let's, I pulled, first off, we're going to go through some rookies and a few other cards that I pulled. And then we'll get into the coloreds and the hits. Okay. Bichette, 35th rookie, and Robert, 35th rookie. Williams, Grisham, Arozarena. Williams, Grisham, Williams, Grisham, Arozarena. There's a lot of them. Wander Franco, number 1 prospect. Grisham, Williams, Arozarena, Grisham, and Arozarena. So like 4 or 5 of each, which is good. All right, numbered stuff. It's mixed up. I'll just go through what it is. So from our silver packs, we had the Jonathan Daza to 199 and this gorgeous Tatis to 50. Britt Anderson for the Brew Crew to 69. Gold Derek Jeter to 50. Wilkerson to 2020. The A's to 2020. Edwin Encarnacion to 69. Joey Votto to 299. Daza to 2020, or Davis to 2020. Blue Baez. Kyle Gibson to 2020, and Eduardo Nunez to 2020. Then hits, we did have the 1 short print of Javi Baez, looking like a tough motorcycle guy. And then we had Chris Bryant, Major League Material relic. Goldschmidt, MLB 2017 relic for the Diamondbacks. Soler, Major League Material gold to 50 for KC. And our 1 auto was the Geo for the Yanks to 199. Guys, again, thanks for joining me tonight. I do hope to see you guys again on Thursday. Please stay safe, stay healthy out there. Hit that like and subscribe if you can. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.